The chill of the night, the rustling leaves, the eerie silence. Welcome to the realm of the unknown, the domain of the departed. As the moonlight casts long foreboding shadows and the cool breeze whispers tales of the past, we find ourselves at the threshold of a world where reality intertwines with the supernatural. Here, in these hallowed grounds of eternal rest, where stone and marble bear the names of those who once walked among us, imagine standing alone in such a place where every sound echoes with a chilling resonance, where the lines between the living and the dead blur with each passing moment. You're not just an observer, you're a participant drawn into the heart of these chilling narratives, woven into the fabric of these true tales of terror. Tonight, we invite you to journey with us, to explore the unexplainable and the unsettling. We'll wander through the winding paths of cemeteries where the ordinary becomes extraordinary, where the imagined becomes real. We'll unearth 5 true stories, each more chilling than the last, each echoing with the whispers of those long gone. From the phantom that haunts a forgotten grave to the whispers among the willows that tell a tale of their own. From the shadowy stalker ever lurking in the corners of your vision to the cursed crypt that holds secrets best left untold. These aren't just stories, they're glimpses into the other side, a side we often choose to ignore until it chooses to ignore us no more. So, as the first leaves of twilight fall, as the darkness grows denser and the silence deepens, brace yourself. For fear is not just a feeling, it's a journey into the unknown and the unfathomable. Prepare to walk the path between the living and the deceased as we delve into our first tale. Do you like these stories? If yes, then give a thumbs up this video. So, let's delve into the first of our eerie tales. This is the story of the Phantom of the Forgotten Grave. The tale begins in a quaint, sleepy town where whispers of spectral sightings near an old, neglected grave have been doing the rounds for years. A grave so old, its tombstone weathered and worn, that no one remembers who lies beneath. It's been the source of many a chilling story, an urban legend that has managed to permeate the town's very folklore. The phantom, as the locals call it, is believed to be the restless spirit of the forgotten soul buried in this grave. It's been seen wandering near the grave, especially on moonlit nights. The spectral figure, they say, is a sight to behold, a mesmerizing blend of the ethereal and the eerie. It is said to appear as a faint, translucent figure, almost like a wisp of smoke, yet with an undeniable human form. Now, let's take a moment to delve into the history of this forgotten grave. It's been there for as long as anyone can remember, a silent witness to the passage of time. The only marker of its existence is a solitary tombstone, weathered and worn, standing tall amidst the overgrown grass. The inscription on the tombstone is no longer legible, washed away by the relentless assault of time and elements. The identity of the person buried there remains a mystery, adding an extra layer of intrigue to the story. The phantom's appearances have sparked reactions ranging from fear to fascination among those who have encountered it. Some say it's the town's best-kept secret, a spectral figure that adds to its old-world charm. Others, however, are less enthusiastic, particularly those who have come face-to-face with the phantom. They speak of an uncanny coldness that descends upon them, a sense of dread that lingers long after the apparition has vanished. Despite the fear and unease it evokes, the phantom continues to be a source of intrigue. It's a story that has been passed down through generations, a tale that has become an integral part of the town's identity. The phantom, they say, is a reminder of the forgotten past, a testament to the mysteries that lie beneath the surface of our everyday lives. But what is the truth behind these sightings? Is it merely a figment of the townfolk's imagination, a story spun out of thin air, or is there something more, a spectral presence that continues to haunt the forgotten grave? The answer remains as elusive as the phantom itself. The phantom of the forgotten grave continues to haunt those who dare to venture near. But our journey into the unknown doesn't end here. Our next tale takes us to a place where the trees themselves seem to speak. It's a story that unfolds in a cemetery, a place where the living come to remember the departed. But in this particular cemetery, it's not just the tombstones that hold the memories of the departed. The willows do too. In the heart of the cemetery is a grove of willow trees, ancient and gnarled, their long branches swaying in the breeze. On quiet nights, if you stand beneath their canopy, you can hear them whisper, a soft rustle, a hushed murmur, a sound so faint it could easily be dismissed as the wind. But those who've heard it, they insist it's more than just the wind. It's a whisper that tells a story. The first to report the Whispering Willows was a groundskeeper. He'd been working late one night tending to the graves when he heard it. A soft whisper like a sigh coming from the grove of willows. He dismissed it as his imagination playing tricks on him. But then he heard it again and again. Each time, the whisper seemed to grow louder, more insistent. It was a sound he couldn't ignore. Soon, others began to report hearing the whispers. Visitors to the cemetery, late-night joggers passing by, even a group of teenagers who dared each other to spend a night in the cemetery. They all heard the whispers, and they all said the same thing. The whispers weren't just sounds, they were words. Words that told a story of sorrow and despair. Attempts were made to explain the phenomenon. Scientists came with their equipment, recording the sounds, analyzing the data. They suggested the whispering was nothing more than the sound of the wind passing through the willow leaves. But those who'd heard the whispers weren't convinced. The whispers, they said, were too distinct, too clear to be just the wind. And then, one day, the whisper stopped. Just like that, the willow grove fell silent. No more whispers, no more murmurs. The trees were just trees again, and yet, those who heard the whispers, they remember. They remember the story the willows told. A story of sorrow and despair. A story that lingers, even in the silence. The Whispering Willows of the cemetery have become a local legend. A tale shared on quiet nights, around campfires, or in hushed whispers of their own. Some say the willows were haunted. Others say they were cursed. But whatever the truth may be, one thing is for certain. The whispers in the willows serve as a chilling reminder that some mysteries are best left unsolved. Our third tale is one of a relentless, shadowy figure. In the quiet town of Hollow Creek, known for its quaint charm and friendly residents, there exists a cemetery that's as old as the town itself. A place where the dearly departed find their final rest beneath the ancient willow trees. But rumors persist about a shadowy figure, a spectral presence that lurks within the tombstone-lined pathways of this hallowed ground. The tales of the Shadowy Stalker are whispered in hushed tones by the locals, with each retelling adding to the chilling lore. It is said that as dusk falls over the cemetery, a figure emerges, a silhouette against the moonlit sky, a specter that seems to float rather than walk, forever bound to the graveyard's eerie silence. The figure is said to stalk the cemetery, its presence felt in the chill breeze that sweeps across the tombstones, its shadowy form weaving in and out of the moonlight. It is a sight that has caused many a heart to quicken, the very sight of it enough to instill a deep, primal fear in those who dare to venture into the cemetery after dark. The encounters with the Shadowy Stalker are as numerous as they are terrifying. The night watchman who heard an ominous whisper in the wind, the grieving widow who felt an icy hand on her shoulder, the group of curious teenagers who saw the figure lurking behind a tombstone, their torchlights reflecting off its hollow, unseeing eyes. Each story adds a new layer of fear, a new element of terror to the enigmatic figure. And yet, despite the fear it instills, there is a sense of sadness that surrounds the Shadowy Stalker, a sense of longing, a yearning for something that it can never have. It is a figure trapped in a perpetual state of existence, forever bound to the cemetery, forever destined to wander amongst the tombstones. The shadowy stalker leaves behind a trail of unanswered questions. Who is it? What does it want? Why is it bound to the cemetery? The answers remain as elusive as the figure itself, lost in the whispers of the wind, buried beneath the mounds of the graveyard. Despite the fear, despite the unanswered questions, the cemetery remains a part of Hollow Creek, a place of final rest, a place of quiet reflection, a place where the living pay their respects to the dead. And the shadowy stalker? It remains forever lurking in the shadows, forever a part of the cemetery's lore. The shadowy stalker remains a chilling enigma, a constant reminder of the realm beyond our comprehension. Our final tale is one that might make you rethink your next visit to a cemetery. We now journey to the heart of our macabre tales, to a crypt shrouded in whispers of a curse that haunts those who dare to venture near. This is not a tale for the faint-hearted. This is the story of the cursed crypt. Nestled in an obscure corner of a centuries-old cemetery lies a crypt, unremarkable at first glance. Yet, this seemingly ordinary crypt harbors a sinister secret. It is said to bring misfortune to those who dare to visit it. A curse that stretches back as far as the crypt itself. A crypt, they say, that houses not only the dead, but also a malevolent force that feeds on the living. Over the years, many have reported strange occurrences after visiting this crypt. Some speak of inexplicable illnesses, others of a string of bad luck, while a few even whisper of encounters with spectral apparitions. Each tale, though unique, shares a common thread: a visit to the crypt and the onset of misfortune. The history of the crypt is shrouded in mystery. The name etched into the stone has long since worn away, leaving behind only the haunting specter of its past. Some believe it to be the final resting place of a malevolent soul cursed in life and death. Others theorize that the crypt was cursed by those who wished to protect the secrets it holds. Yet, despite the myriad of theories, the truth remains elusive. The crypt continues to stand, a chilling testament to the unknown. A place where the line between the living and the dead seems to blur, where whispers of the past intertwine with the present, and where a curse lingers, waiting for the next unsuspecting visitor. But the tale of the cursed crypt is not simply a tale of the supernatural. It is a tale of curiosity and fear, of the power of stories and of the unknown. It serves as a reminder that not all that is buried in a cemetery is at rest, that sometimes the dead have stories to tell, stories that can chill the blood and stir the soul. As we conclude this tale, we invite you, our brave listeners, to share your own encounters with the unknown. Have you ever visited a cemetery and felt a chill that wasn't from the wind? Have you ever stumbled upon a place that seemed touched by the supernatural? We want to hear your stories. And while you're sharing your experiences, why not subscribe to our channel? Become part of our community of thrill seekers and mystery lovers. Stay tuned for more tales that will make your spine tingle and your heart race. The cursed crypt stands as a chilling testament to the power of the unknown. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments. Subscribe for more tales from the crypt. And remember, the next time you walk through a cemetery, you might not be alone.